And welcome to another small little video here for Lime Rock Park in the BMW. Last week's race on Laguna Seca. We immediately afterwards jumped into Lime Rock and checked it out. And now we're here on Lime Rock. 4 minutes left and trying to figure out where Ausschneider is taking his lines at the moment. It looks very bad on our lines here. So we don't have the exact best training, so we will probably start in the back. Have to wait a bit longer. This is no Mazda MX-5. The tires seem to be only slightly overheating, to be quite honest. It's all good. That was too much. Careful on T1 there. That was too much. Don't think we can... Well, we can try to take it that way. That works. Molado gives up. Fourth gear up the hill here. Same with MX-5. Fourth gear. I think this is also maybe fourth gear again. Don't remember when we trained for this, what kind of times I was driving. At least we have a time on the leaderboard. Even though it's not good, it's probably last place. Almost last place. There is so much more time in here. We just have to find it, snatch it, and actually bring it home. By the way, if you like those kinds of videos here, it's not a really track guide or anything like that. You might be seeing some stuff from my lines that you can maybe take, but I would obviously not recommend looking at all of my performance here, because I still have a lot to learn. But if you like this stuff, if you want more sort of guides or full races like this, hear me yapping about stuff, then you just let me know. You subscribe to the channel for more, and I will act accordingly if the numbers tell me so. 1 minute left. Alfie going slightly wide there. Maybe pushing quite a lot now. We find a bit more, I'm pretty sure. It's not good yet. I'm way too slow here in those parts. I'm not trusting to flick the car in properly. I think we can take quite a lot of inside curb on that one. One more lap and we'll see. Starting on P12 is okay-ish. It's not that I like it. Could be worse. Could be better. I think it's on par with where I was usually in this racing series. On Daytona, we were in the back. On Laguna, we were in the back. So if we can get into the points maybe on one of the races, that I would enjoy that quite a lot. Lets me through. That's nice of him. But I don't think we make a better lap time here. Oh, maybe. Maybe a slight bit better. Okay, 0.3 is good. I'll accept it. I'll accept it. That puts us on P9. I think that's okay. Nothing huge. But the race will kind of determine where we end up, right? Whoo! Wee! Hope you're having a fantastic time here. All right, and here we are at the start for Lime Rock. Let's have a hopefully fun time for the first race. Sousa, Gavas, Winter, Ramach, Aufschneider, Enescu, Bieda, Mativeri, Adstinch. Let me see if Mr. Mativeri is streaming the whole ordeal. He is. All right, let's try our best. That's the only thing we can do, is try our best. Adstinch drive-through, that's good for us. Means he hopefully won't bother us later on in the race. Let's hope we're not getting taken out right out of the gate. Let's hope Bieda is gracious behind us and is not driving into us. That's usually not how I know him. Oh, Bieda slightly snapped the car behind. So we get a bit of a run here. Might have to try something against Enescu. But kinda, gotta be honest, for the first lap, this is looking quite okay. I'm just taking it calm. There is a lot happening here in front, and I'm just going to analyze this and see if there is an opportunity arising. Adstinch has his drive-through through, and that means he is probably last place at the moment. Means we won't see him that soon, I hope, unless we crash ourselves or do cutting. Kind of have to hope that we don't. No cut. Bieda is probably going to make the move. Going for the mid there. That puts him in harm's way and lets him battle with Mativeri. Mativeri tries something with me, but far from successful. I'm kind of trying to bait him there into easing off, but he doesn't. Tough. Tough at the moment. Aufschneider off. Still here, Mativeri. I deserve a bit of space. Okay, made the move. Alfie with trouble in front. We traded a position. Let's see if we keep it. Bieda falling back for some reason. I think I have to be a bit more heavy here with Mativeri. Oh, Bieda Grasa. Switch places. Grasa now on my tail. Not really comfortable with this car yet. On the third race now. Third, let's try to get a bit closer, Mativerius. Now that drifting there is not good. We shouldn't be doing it. Caught that in time. 10 minutes left in the race. That is race 1, that is. Mativeri barely scraping by. That was millimeters that was between him and the wall. He's trying to push. He's taking the curbs quite aggressively, so he's definitely trying to get ahead now and maybe go for Aufschneider. I'm just having a jolly good time on Lime Rock. I really don't care much about the finishing position at the moment. Of course, it would be fun, but I don't have any points yet in this tournament, in this championship. In 2 rounds, that was Daytona and Laguna Seca, I could not gain any points so far. I finished 12th and 13th, I believe, in both races overall. And maybe Lime Rock is the first time I maybe get a point. Would be cool. I would like to see the series survive and prosper. But you never know. I think me and Mativeri, we're not that far off with each other in terms of the time. But that still means I have to make that overtake. And so far he is not doing the best with that position he got. Not closing in on Aufschneider. Kinda need to catch back up. And I believe I do every lap, every little bit. So let's try. Oh. Oh. Hat Stinch off. I think Alfie just wanted to wait for winter. This is a tight battle here on Lime Rock. And I feel Mativeri is possible, but he's also a bit of a loaded gun there. I try to keep the safety distance on the braking zone. But that might kill me when Alfie breaks a lot later than me. So far, I'm still having fun, and if I can be part of the top 10 and get flipped with the reverse grid, I would at least try to keep in the front. Somebody is off. Mulatto. Five and a half minutes left. It is sweaty. It is fairly sweaty here. I do think I could have him dead to rights here. I feel I have him on some terms. I feel I have him. But where to make the overtake? I'm trying to push more. Hope he just sees that battle in the front here between us. Could have been a good overtake, but I didn't cling to my rights. I didn't feel that comfortable on the outside there. And I think the only one benefiting from me and Motivity crashing is Aufschneider here. So kind of need to get it going. That could be an opportunity for me, who knows? Have to be optimistic there. Aufschneider could potentially try to catch Motivity. Make that overtake and try something funky. I'm just doing bad right now. Shit, that lap time was not... That is not a good lap. That was just overall bad. 1 second off. With that overtake, that was probably half a second, who knows? 0.7 something. Back marker. Back marker. Of course I'm getting him here. Well, and that was my fight. Just getting him on a very, very bad side. But that does not mean it's over. Alfie is still very much in the battle with Motivity. I might get closer when they're fighting. I'm trying to get a good push lap in still. I have no cuts, so I might be able to push a bit more. Let's see. 2, maybe 3 more laps. Yeah, so much for a push lap. Yellow. I have to be careful, something happened. I'm not sure what it is, but something happened. It's not the last lap. But I doubt I can catch Motiviri and Alfie unless they crash into each other. And I don't think they will. Yeah, but P9 is better than nothing, you know? Even on Lime Rock. Not to fret. P9 would be first points if we can redo that on the next race and stay in the points for the next one. Then I'm sure it'll work out. Now Aufschneider is going to try something because he wants that place, and we know Aufschneider is trying something. Usually, traffic might make it a bit easier for me, but I mean at this point that's what, 4 seconds? Well, 2, 3. I don't know what that was, but for some reason that brought me back on the menu. Well. Well. P9. So we have to wait 10 minutes. Going for a quick break until this is settled. But overall, an interesting first battle. Interesting first. Alright. And we're back for the second race. Let's see what we can do here. Starting on position 2, I'm going to get eaten alive almost immediately. I know it. But let's just have some fun. Let the people pass that want to pass. I'm not going to make it necessarily tough on anybody here. Okay. Adsteensch again a jump start. I gotta say, if it happens twice in the same race weekend, that's quite the feat. Alright, I would like to let Aufschneider through at any point, but he's probably going to take that. Oh, he's not. Alright, I see. Was there a crash? Motiveri and Kavas coming up. Alright. I know I'm a bit quiet right now. I try to see if I can lock in a bit and get back to the front there. Kind of waiting on Motiveri to actually get into the fight with the other guys behind him. At the moment, that is not happening yet. And Escu pushes Aufschneider off. Are we going to trade places? I don't think so. Motiveri stop and go for speeding. Oh, that is not good. Alright. I know those guys are crazy fast anyway, so I'll just let them be. Ausschneider Baumann definitely catching me as well. Baumann making the move for the inside there. And I'm out. There goes 3 places, there goes 4 places. Back to 9. I'll give him the space. Something could still happen. And I do fear that Winter is potentially going for Aufschneider, who knows. Gavas kind of went wide there, might have been pushed. Who knows? A lot of side-by-sides. That is Ramath versus Gavas. Winter in the mix behind there. Souza in front. We're doing fine. I would say fine lap times. Nothing to kind of brag about, and going wide there on T1 and missing that is not going to go well on our resume here for the second race and then overall points. We might need to get a place or two. Again, Motiveri takes a stop and go. I wonder when he lost it, but I'm not sure if he was touched or not. He was behind me, I believe, at that point still. We're going for relatively good lap times, I would say. Going wide, but all good. We can do with one. Going wet again. That's, at this point, is starting to piss me off. We kind of have to stay out that Young is not catching us. I'm not doing good at the moment. I'm not doing good. But everybody's so close. Winter almost losing it. I don't think he was touched. But I'm not sure. Maybe he was. That was a gift that I completely fuck over again. Now we have to be careful for the last 7 minutes. Didn't give me much space there. Had to pull out. The battles are still quite close. Winter and Aufschneider close as well, back to back, 8-7. I'm using way too much curb. I don't know what to do here. I think we might stay P10. I'm kind of messing up T1 even more and even more and even more. There could still be a crash between Gavaz, Ramach, and Escu. They're kind of close with each other, so potentially there is still something happening there. Kind of hope one of them tries something fishy so I can sweep through. Oh, there was a quick yellow. Maybe that was already it. I don't think so, though. Fuck. I hate this turn. And now Jung is very close. I have to run away with it now, so let's push a bit. Let's try to slide it a bit more. Give it a bit more life. Like that. Maybe take a few turns with the curb. They're still quite close there in the front, so I don't think much is happening on that end. Aufschneider back into P6. Made the move on Ramach. Winter still P8. Souza still P9. We are still P10. Jung, though, very, very close. Although I think we're faster than Jung if we don't make mistakes. Problem is we are making mistakes usually. That was much better. That feels good. That feels good. Winter backup position. Was fighting for P7. Back to P8. So is side by side with Ramach still. It's a bit sad that I don't have anything from that action. I'm not sure I will get one in 4 minutes. Lap times aren't that bad, I would say. Could be much better, I guess. Somebody was out. I don't see them though, so might have caught very quickly. There goes Grasa. Grasa was kind of very far up. Big crashes. I'll take one. Grasa going wide again. 5th gear. I have to be careful here. Not sure if it's damage or not. But we're back in the mix. Abdelhadi. I'm not sure what they're doing here, but I think they're kind of trying to crash each other out. That was on Souza. That was P12, a back marker. P9 and P8 might still be in. But Grasa was absolutely killed there. Justice for Grasa. Justice for my boy Grasa. Can't believe it. Souza might... I mean, Souza seems to be having a very aggressive driving style. Seems to be going for opportunities if they arise there. So he might still go for Winter and kill him, which would make Winter lose everything completely for today's race. Doing good with P9 right now. I would be happy with P9, gotta be honest. I would also be happy with P7, but P9? P9 is okay. I can deal with that. They're almost side by side, last lap. No, it's not last lap. There might be one more. Who knows? Second race. Could be that it's not another lap. Could be close since the leading laps were not made by a quick person who qualified, but with the reverse grid was done by Grasa and me, so definitely below the usual. Could be close, but I say we see another. But close. Yeah, one more. I'm not going to go for something ridiculous here. I'm just going to stay there. Souza might try something goofy and I can sweep through. That's the way we do things here, not... I'm not trying to go for something ridiculous here. I think P9 is already shooting quite high, considering I haven't trained for this at all. Even though this is Lime Rock, I have to say these cars do drive very, very different compared to a Mazda MX-5 or a Ginetta GT5. So I'm kind of okay with that position here. Souza Winter side by side. They try something. They give each other the position for some reason. All right. Well, that was a race. P9, I think we might come out of overall P9. That could be it. Interesting race. Yeah, definitely an interesting race. Well. That was it, the BMW on Lime Rock Park. Next week will be on... Next week will be on Nürburgring. I am already dreading that, but it seems to be the good chicane, so... We'll have some fun there. Have a good one, guys, and goodbye.